Good morning, TGIF. Welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK, and in the morning show, we look at the new releases each week, genre by genre. It is Friday, November 17th. Made it to Friday. Hope you're having a good day and a good week, a good weekend before in the US, the holidays next weekend begin. Excuse me. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Hard to believe another week is coming to a close. It's been a fast one. That's what I was going to ask. Last night's show went very well and enjoyed myself, which is a plus. Awesome. So this might be a new thing, a new venue with the real estate. That would be super. Corner that market. Um, Quick announcements. Let's see. Sprints tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll be going for 5 hours. Bring your own book, work on a project, take an afternoon nap, do some cleaning, whatever you want to do. This is your time. Good morning, Cajun. I have the day off. Oh, awesome, because I have to get results of my scan today. Well, it's going to be positive stuff. Hello, we have a commercial. Let's go here. I hope it will be positive news. I'm glad you're able to be here, though. Um, so quick question. Last Friday, we started to look at the books I read so far this year. We got up to June. We can either look at July, August, September, October, or we can look at the rest of the cozy mysteries because there's always cozy mysteries. What would you like to do? And while you put that in the comments, let's see what else is going on today. Tomorrow morning, I believe Sarah's having her sprints. Actually, morning for me. I think it's 10 a.m. last week my time and 12 a.m. p.m. her time. So noon on East Coast time tomorrow for that's at the Bookish Knitter. Good luck on the results. Absolutely. Let me get rid of this banner. All right. No votes. No votes. Let me close that one down. Good deal. All right. I remember looking at that one. So here we are. Model Suspect by T.K. Sheffield. Hang on, I just adjusted my... There we go. I do like the cover. It's Kindle Unlimited, 300 pages. First in the one of the backyard model mysteries. Technically, it came out last week, but we'll take a quick peek. Penny pitching fashionista Melanie Tower is done with the drama of New York City and returns to her Wisconsin hometown to open a craft mall. But is the drama done with her? At the start of the holiday season, her jewelers, bakers, crafters' busiest time, a social media influencer is found dead in Mel's mall, pinned under a vintage door. Mel immediately becomes a suspect in the holiday mystery. The victim had been committing a crafty crime. She'd been recruiting Mel's customers to open a competing store. Her life becomes twisted as macrame. To find the killer poser and prove her innocence, she must attend a week of holiday parties in her quaint village, a town that resembles the Cotswolds. Mel embraces her inner Midwesterner while polka-ing at the cheese ball, judging entries at the Devils vs. Angels Bake-Off, and staring in a wacky Readers Theater event at Midwinter's Night at the Library. Model Suspect is The Devil Wears Prada meets a Wisconsin supper club. And again, I kind of like that cover. Death by Podcasting by Landis Wade, 139 pages. So novella-ish. Podcast co-hosts Raspy Fuse and Salty Remarks receive an anonymous text. One of the three author guests you plan to interview Tuesday night intends to kill you both. At first, the co-host think the text is a joke. Why would egotistical poet William Z. Wisp, sexy romance author Della Molasses, or tightly wound thriller writer Edwin Nocturne want to kill them? Raspy and Salty have never met the scribblers. Why does this kind of feel like a parody? Co-hosts approach their killer interviews as a fun adventure until they learn another literary podcaster died mysteriously when she interviewed the authors, and a psychologist specializing in writer therapy has been treating the writers for mental health issues. Worse yet, the co-host discovers suspicious ties between the authors and disgruntled members of their own podcast team, doubling the suspect list. Raspy and Salty decide to tap into their experience reading and writing mysteries to identify their would-be murderer and unravel the plot before it's too late. If they can't, their sense of humor and wordplay will be all they have left to avoid death by podcasting. But it would be a good show. Like the coddle. Yeah, it is different. It's like art. I do. I mean, that's a thing. Cajun, thank you. It's routine 6-month scan until we hit 2 years clean. Awesome. And that's in January. Oh, yep, yep, yep. You've got good vibes going for you. They did an audiobook of that as the podcast. That might be it. Oh, that would be. Murder is afoot. The game is afoot. The Hidden Earth Mystery. By Miranda Rose Barker, 10th of The Witches of Moonlight Hollow, Kindle Unlimited. 58 pages. Look at the cover. Moving on. Sorry, I have 100 pages rule. "58 pages is a short story or story outline." Murder at the Book Festival by Jane Bettany. Second in the Violet Brewster mysteries. And I'm going to take a look before I expand it. Oh, this comes out next year. Never mind. Isn't that weird to say? Next year, but it's not too far away. It's also kind of neat because I have a lot of books coming out in the first of the year. Holiday Havoc, another Kindle Unlimited, 12th in the Parker Photography Cozy Mysteries by Suzanne Bolden. It's 158 pages, so we crossed the 100-page mark. And we are good for this week. I like this cover too. With only days to go until Jackie's wedding, the unthinkable happens and murder wreaks havoc on the best laid plans. Christmas is fast approaching, and Harmony's festive winter wonderland is in full swing. Everyone is getting in the holiday spirit. The ice skating rink is bustling, the vendors are busy selling ornaments, and the hot chocolate is flowing. But Jackie Parker is focused on her upcoming nuptials, which we said that. Her custom-made wedding gown and crimson velvet evening coat are almost complete. The horse and sleigh are reserved to take Jackie to her wedding reception, and soon she will be married, until the murder throws a wrench in all her plans. The person murdered, how dare they, is an integral part of her big day, and Jackie finds herself involved in helping to solve the crime, but also keep her wedding day on track. Would you be excused to be a bridezilla if there's a murder? I don't think so. There's never an excuse. Short stories. We'll look at the cover here. A Christmas Sampler by Tia Brown. Series of short stories from all of Tia Brown's popular series of Dorset-based cozy mysteries and romances. That's a very pretty cover. I like that cover. Too bad it's short stories. Moving on. Body in the Cornfield. This feels, well, I suppose it could be Thanksgiving. By Catherine Diltz, second in a Rose Creek mystery. Checking the date. Yep, we're good. Lawyer Drew Bronner's dream job with the Rose Creek Historical Amphitheater has devolved into wrangling contentious cats, and those cats have claws. The leading man is a disaster waiting to happen with more enemies than the musical Oklahoma has dance steps. I've been to the chorus of Oklahoma. IT expert Callie Garcia's dream life at the Double C Ranch takes a nightmarish turn when her husband's alcoholic cousin shows up with no memory of the previous night. Clint believes in supporting family no matter what, but Callie draws the line when the police become involved. Mathematician Mathematician Shanice Haley thought she'd met the man of her dreams until he left for an extended business trip. Now she fears he's giving her the long distance brush off. When her matchmaking sisters pressure her to return to Chicago, Shanice wonders if it's time to leave Rose Creek behind. A feral cat leads chemist, wow, Mackenzie Selkirk to a litter of kittens trapped by a body in Farmer Nibley's cornfield. Eager to help the cat and to find the killer, Mackenzie's amateur sleuthing endangers her budding relationship with Deputy Sage. There's a lot going on there. I agree, that's a nice cover, very Christmassy. Yeah. The Professor's Nightmare. Ninth in the Eli Marks Mysteries by John Gaspard and Other Stories. Okay, and 3 mystery novellas. 256 pages. Out this week. It's like a young adult. Mystery and Magic at the Old Folks Home. We don't call that anymore. When the residents of Lakeview Haven retirement community start experiencing vivid nightmares and hallucinations, amateur sleuth Eli grows suspicious. Could someone be causing these disturbing visions on purpose? Teaming up with his magician Uncle Harry, Eli begins investigating the residents and staff at the senior facility. Using a clever trap involving illusions, they attempt to catch the perpetrator red-handed, but will their scheme backfire on them and help the criminal disappear into thin air? This volume also includes the novellas Lost in the Shuffle and The Square Circle. Square Circle. The Holly Homicide Old Bat Chronicles #2. We can't click on it. We've tried clicking on the name and it doesn't bring us to the book. So, Dinner for None, The Island Mysteries, book #4 by Lenny Lortzen Kjolner. Kindle Unlimited. And it's this week. We're on a roll. Someone was lying in the bottom of the reservoir, but the woodpecker had long lost interest, even though the person had a head as red as hell. When a body is discovered on the outdoor stage of Tonsberg's local theater, it inevitably piques the curiosity of private investigator Olivia Henriksen. Why do I get the feeling this is set in, like, somewhere in Scandinavia? Annalise. She tries to keep away from it, not wishing to get involved, so as to avoid making problems for her beloved Torsten Krohn of the local constabulary. Fortunately, she has other fish to fry. A desperate husband believes his wife is unfaithful, and Olivia steps into the breach in her usual gung-ho fashion, undertaking surveillance to discover the secret lover. Unfortunately, it soon appears that her case has several points in common with the murder case, and it becomes increasingly difficult to explain to Torsten why their professional paths keep crossing. Interesting. Wilma Wade Holiday Mysteries Volume 1 by Daisy Landish. 150 pages. Okay, we crossed the border. Step into a world of intrigue and suspense with the Wilma Wade Holiday Mysteries, where festivities take a deadly turn. Join Miss Wilma Wade as she unravels mysteries that shatter blah 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 blah. When Miss Wilma Wade is invited to spend Christmas with her cousin Martha Bowen on Acadia Island, on the coast of Maine, the little lady is elated at the prospect of seeing her family during the holiday season. However, on the second day of her stay, she strolls on the promontory where she finds Martha's husband dead at the bottom of a cliff. Harry Bowen was not supposed to be back in town until Boxing Day. Ultimately, Martha confesses that she suspected her husband of cheating on her, but as it turns out, he was cheating the bank where he worked by laundering money for organized crime. The murderer is the same guy who introduced Harry to the lucrative but very dangerous game of money laundering. In the end, Miss Wade is happy to spend Christmas with her family, which she thought she might not see for another year, etc. Uh, duplicate. Murder on the Geneva Express. Seems like a lot of anthologies. Sure, people might not want to commit to a big book. Although for me, winter is, honking huge book season. Six of the Macamilli Mysteries. Double check. 166 pages. Yep. Dead body found on Geneva Express. In a perfect storm of misfortune, Mac O'Malley finds himself embroiled in a whodunit that has everyone convinced he has done it. Mac and Millie race against time, flee from authorities, both municipal and magical, and attempt to clear Mac and his good reputation from absolute incarceration. And a lot of blurbs. Doggone Disaster by Catherine Michael. Holiday Pet Sleuth. 21 books. This comes out in January. We'll look at you in January. Oh my. Mrs. Claus needs a hand. 161 pages this week. Okay, let's see. Octogenarian Flo, founder of the Old Dames Protection Agency, has a second case to solve this holiday season. She is over the moon. Preventing two murders in one season is beyond her wildest expectations. The other members of her organization are equally delighted. Maud, also in her 80s, is quite happy to stay in Naples, Florida for a second case and a warm Christmas. Young Kate, honorary member and bodyguard, is thrilled. They will be spending time with Kate's new boyfriend and his grandmother, who is known as Mrs. Claus to everyone in her condo building. Flo stays focused on her mission. Someone is threatening a neighbor of Mrs. Claus, and the suspects are many. It seems the neighbor, a woman in her 60s, can be as outspoken and curmudgeonly as Flo herself. How will these two women reconcile their differences, or is it their similarities, in order to prevent one untimely death? Oh my. And then there was none. Oh dear. 236 pages this week. Alrighty. That is an interesting cover. Second in the Murderwell Mysteries by B.G. Wood. Welcome back to Maidenwell, where the Christmas snow is falling, but so are the bodies. Hired as the eyes and ears of eccentric billionaire Matthias Lonscombe, Gina Belletti thought she'd signed up for a tranquil life in Maidenwell, enjoying cozy tea shops, quaint cottages, and harmless village gossip. Does she not read mysteries? They always happen there. Little did she know that the holiday season would bring a chilling turn to the village's idyllic charms. As Christmas approaches, an engagement party for Matthias's overachieving sister Beatrix sets the stage for murder and mystery, and everyone is on the guest list has their own agenda. A bewitching young nun, a suspiciously suave ex-con, an enigmatic foreign businessman, and a group of ambitious young tech entrepreneurs competing for a $5 million startup prize. Just as Gina decides maybe, just maybe, she can relax and enjoy her mulled wine, a gunshot rings out, disrupting a Christmas outing in Maidenwell's snowy forest. Before you can say figgy pudding, tragedy strikes again with a jaw-dropping suicide, flipping Gina's cozy world on its head. As if on cue, a massive winter storm seals the village up like a snow globe, and Gina faces a dreadful realization. She is trapped with a cunning and cold-blooded killer. Can she unravel the truth before another body falls, or will this be her first and last Christmas in Maidenwell? I gotta see what the first cover looks like. Floof to a Okay, I gotta check those out later. Just a pinch of murder. That's kind of a pretty color cover. November 30th. They lied. Fugitives, Friends, Family, and Fugitives by Cindy Bell, 27th in series. Kindle Unlimited, 159 pages. Out this week. A Thanksgiving to Die For and very seasonal. Mary's daughter and her friends are visiting for a few days over Thanksgiving, and Susie and Mary are so excited, but with two bounty hunters also staying at the B&B in search of the same fugitive, things are not as peaceful as they had hoped. Then things get a whole lot more serious when one of the bounty hunters is found murdered. Susie and Mary, with a little help from Kathy and her friends, do a little sleuthing to try and find the killer. It's a race against time to catch the culprit so that Susie, Mary, and their guests can enjoy Thanksgiving celebrations. If you like baffling cozy mysteries with endearing friendships, lovable animals, and a touch of romance, you'll love the Dune House Cozy Mystery Series. I don't know. I'm liking a lot of these covers. It's beginning to look a lot like Homicide. First in the Yule Notch series by Leanne Dobbs, which is a name. It's 126 pages. What happened to real size books? When Annie Winters inherits her great aunt's cherished Yule Drop Inn, nestled in the heart of the Christmas-themed town of Yule Notch, New Hampshire, she envisions a life filled with festive cheer, jingle bells, and holiday warmth. What she doesn't expect is to be investigating her great aunt's accidental death as a murder. Suddenly, Annie finds herself decking the halls with caution and intrigue, unraveling a mystery as tangled as a string of Christmas lights. Can you see how rattled I am by grammar police things? Guided by her love for a good mystery novel and her newfound chihuahua, Annie teams up with a delightful ensemble of quirky locals. Together, they untangle secrets, follow trails as twisty as candy canes, and seek to solve a murder that's left the town's festive spirit frosty. I do like the cover. I just wish books were longer. I mean, it doesn't have to be epic fantasy, but hit 300 pages. Ah, and we're out of time. We'll take a quick look at this one. Nope, we can't because it's out in December. Well, that's as far as we got. Doesn't that look nummy? Yeah. True, but it would be like 9 regular sized. I know. And I don't know if it's like a author thing and that's all the story they have to tell. Is it a money thing? If they put out more books, they're going to make more money per book. Is it I don't know, but it makes me be very upset with them. All righty, that is what we're going to look at today. I have to stop by the grocery store before picking up the mail before hitting work this morning, so I got to hit the road running here. But I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you have a good Friday, a good weekend. Hope to see you tomorrow at Sprints, and stay safe. Engage in good luck today. Absolutely. Lots of good thoughts sent your way, and hope to see you later. Thanks as always. You betcha. Let me put up the right banner. I hope you guys are reading good books. If you're not, it's okay to set it down. It's okay to pause it. It's not a bad thing. You have so many books to read. You need to make room for it. If you're not enjoying it, it's okay. I give you permission because you don't get good person points for reading bad books for you. And as the banner says, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom. Have a good day and God bless.